$50 billion commitment. The plan aims to deliver 8.9 million affordable housing over the next 3 decades. So it means our role is cut out for us. This massive undertaking is strategically paired with essential community assets, including new schools, local markets, and community health planning and services. That is the CHIPS compound. For the average citizen, these developments provide far more than just a roof over our head. They bring dignity and long-term stability by moving beyond traditional social welfare. This approach treats housing as a major primary economic driver. It ensures families have safe, secure shelter, while simultaneously building the social capital necessary to foster healthy, educated, and thriving community across the nations. Our housing sector in Ghana has evolved. However, there are challenges. The financial challenges. Modernizing Ghana's housing infrastructure landscape requires a scale of investment that necessitates a fundamental departure from traditional public funding models. The total required to realize the goals of the Ghana Infrastructure Plan is formidable. With an estimated $37 billion needed annually over the next 3 decades. To achieve these development objectives, this investment will encompass a wide range of activities that serve as a vital touch point for both professional and artisan employment. For instance, the construction phase directly employs thousands of masons, carpenters, electricians, and plumbers, while off-site infrastructure projects such as sewerage and utility improvements extend these economic opportunities into the broader community. Beyond physical labor, these objectives create high-value roles in planning and administration for urban planners, quantity surveyors, architects, civil engineers, and project managers. The development process also stimulates the financial and legal sectors, requiring specialized expertise in mortgage underwriting, loan administration, and legal compliance. Furthermore, initial stages like site acquisition, demolition, support, a specialized labor market in land surveying, real estate brokerage, and heavy equipment operation. However, the financial commitment does not end with new construction. An additional $8 billion is required annually just to preserve the integrity and functionality of existing infrastructure through consistent maintenance. However, there are crises. Crisis of inefficiency, that is cost overrun problems. The financing challenge is exacerbated by a crisis of inefficient in project execution. As highlighted by the 2024 National Development Planning Commission NDPC report. This document brought to light a shock statistics. Approximately 18,000 capital projects incurred more than 70 billion Ghana cedis in cost overruns. This crisis is deeply rooted in macroeconomic instability, particularly in the volatile nature of inflation and exchange rates. In the Ghanaian context, when the cedi depreciates against major currencies, the cost of imported raw materials such as bitumen, reinforcing steel, heavy machinery surges almost instantly. Because many of these projects were budgeted years ago under far different economic conditions. These automatic price escalations render original budget obsolete, creating a massive gap between allocated funds and the actual cost of completion. The financial instability of major compound. The financial instability is further compounded by a significant capacity gap in capital, which undermines project efficiency from the earlier stage of planning. A shortage of specialized technical expertise, specifically among quantity surveyors, often result in shallow feasibility studies and unrealistic cost estimations. Furthermore, a persistent mismatch exists between skills of the available workforce and the demands of modern infrastructure. When local contractors lack the trained personnel to manage complex engineering project tasks, the result of frequently poor execution and expensive rework. Without a core of construction project management professionals like you and me, capable of proactive risk management and real-time monitoring, even well-funded projects succumb to unmanaged scope creep and technical failures. Beyond these technical and economic shifts, structural failures in project continuity and the political cycle play a devastating role. It is common for successive administrations to abandon projects started by their predecessors to prioritize new manifesto promises, leaving thousands of sites to deteriorate. When these projects are eventually restarted, the state must pay significant remobilization fees to contractors to return equipment to the site and to repair. And to repair damage caused by years of neglect or abandonment. This fragmentation starting too many projects simultaneously without physical space for administrative oversight to finish them effectively thins out available resources and ensure that few projects are completed on time or within budget. Finally, the inefficiency is exacerbated by chronic delays in payment to contractors, which triggers a destructive cycle of debt. When the government fails to honor payment certificates, work grinds to a halt, yet overhead costs for the contractor continue to mount. Most construction contracts, that's good. Most construction contracts include clauses that penalize the state for delayed payment, meaning a significant portion of the 70 billion Ghana cedis cost overrun is likely composed of interest charges rather than actual physical infrastructure. The question is, now who costs them? If you fail to pay on time, infrastructure delays of interest payment will increase your project cost. When combined with inadequate human capital to audit these claims and frequent midstream design changes, that these delays ensures projects take decades to complete, often costing many times their original value. Recounting all these things brought into its weight a very innovative idea in the public-private partnership, which we term it land swap. There is no universally accepted definition, indeed, for public-private partnership. PPP, largely because these arguments involve high-stake shifts in resources and governance. Consequently, the meaning and extension, and by extension, the perceived value of PPP is often shaped by the interpretation and interests of various stakeholders. For our purpose, we adopt a definition provided by the International Monetary Fund, which states that public-private partnerships are, in italics, arrangements under which private sector supply infrastructure assets and infrastructure-based services that traditionally have been provided by the government. Simple. A standard PPP typically allows a design, build, finance, operate model. Under this framework, the government defines the specific services it requires, while the private sector takes full responsibility for designing, constructing, funding, and managing these assets. This approach contrasts sharply with traditional public procurement, where the state provides the design and financing and hires the contractors only for the construction phase before reassuming operational control. The central logic behind the design, build, finance, operate model is the bundling of responsibilities, because the same entity is responsible for both the construction and multi-year maintenance. They are financially incentivized to invest in high-quality construction today to reduce operational costs. So that is certainly the direction we should be looking at. The government often serves as the primary purchaser of the services generated by these partnerships, utilizing them for private functions like prisons, schools, facilities, a toll-free road, hospitals, and other social facilities. In other instances, known as concession, a private sector operator or concessionaire sells services directly to the end user through bridge tolls or railway fares, paying the government a fee or a share of the profits. Regardless of these specific payment models, these assets are typically managed under build, operate, transfer, or build, own, operate, transfer schemes. In these arrangements, the private sector maintains ownership, operational control for a set of period before eventually transferring the asset back to the state at a nominal cost. Now let's look at some of the key principles of the PPP and why the land swap is becoming popular and the need for value for money as part of the processes involved in the land swap arrangement. Risk allocation, a core tenet of a successful public-private partnership, is the optimal allocation of risk. Unlike traditional procurement, where the public sector typically bears the entire burden, a PPP distributes responsibility to the private partner best suited to manage them. This strategic sharing of accountability ensures that each party handles the challenges they are most equipped to mitigate, thereby increasing the overall efficiency of the project. Project involves a complex array of risks that must be carefully categorized and assigned. Cost risks encompasses design errors, cost overruns, and project delays, and financial risk addresses volatility in interest and exchange rates. Furthermore, availability risk relates to the consistent quality of service provided. Demand risk concerns the future necessary and the usage of the project. The residual risk focuses on the asset's market price at the end of the contract term. While these risks are inherent in any private works project, the primary goal of a PPP is to transfer a substantial portion of them to the private sector. Merely introducing, okay, thank you. Let me take it again. While these risks are inherent in any public works project, the primary goal of a PPP is to transfer a substantial portion of them to the private sector. Merely introducing private capital or management is insufficient to guarantee success. The full advantage of the partnership, such as innovation, cost effectiveness, and long-term sustainability, are only fully realized when a significant amount of the risk is shifted from the government and placed on the private sector. Value for money, that is for PPP, must demonstrate a clear value analysis or value for money audit report, which is the main advantage over traditional public procurement, amounting to lifetime costs, risks, and efficiencies introduced by the private sector. It can be performed at the onset of the project, during the project implementation, or at the end of the project before closeout, or the project closeout itself. And therefore, yesterday we understood that one of the panelists said, value for money is not static. You do it one and you go and sleep. Go through, it takes you through. And we'll probably explain as we go along the line. So that when we begin to move into it, then we will know what to look out for. The main purpose of value for money are to determine whether a project is viable and should proceed. 1. To apply lessons learned and prove the implementation for future projects. And 3, to provide the basis for legal or disciplinary action if unfair practices are suspected during the project's life cycle. That means the results of value for money should culminate into the contract formation for any PPP or land swap project. They work hand in hand. So projects that we do value for money before contract are signed already, before value for money is done, is wrong. Because then what will be the benefit of value for money that you put into the contract? All the above factors make the preparation of value for money report a technical document that requires the involvement of technical professionals very critical. This makes the professional quantity surveyor with diverse knowledge, underline, professional quantity surveyor with diverse knowledge. There should be a knowledge gap that you need to acquire. Working with other built environment professionals, the go-to professionals in the preparation of the value for money report for infrastructural projects at all levels of development. A common framework used to evaluate VFM breakdowns the concept into 4 pillars. That is why I started by saying we shouldn't sit down like we did for the procurement, quantity surveyors. This issue of value for money, it concerns us, and we should put our foot into the kitty before any law is passed for us to realize that we are playing second fiddle to accountants, to financial, to lawyers, to auditors and so on and so forth. Let's put our legs into the feet, the whole scheme, else you'll be left out. Economy focuses, that is, we are looking at the pillars of value for money. Brief. This is an initial overview. The more detailed one will come in future. Economic focuses on the inputs. It measures the degree to which resources, that is money, people, material, and plant/equipment, are acquired at the right price and in the right quantity, while sustainably maintaining quality. In a PPP, economy is primarily driven by the competitive bidding process, where private firms compete to offer most cost-effective solutions. Because the private sector often has access to global supply chain and specialized labor markets, it can frequently procure materials and technology more cheaply than a government entity might through traditional procurement. However, economy must be balanced with quality and lifespan. Simply choosing the lowest cost input is false economy. If it leads to higher maintenance costs later in the project life cycle. Economy examines procurement practices, pricing structures, contract conditions, and measures to prevent waste and overpricing. In the built environment industry, individual work sessions are assessed with particular emphasis on the total life cycle cost, life cycle development cost. There is a difference between life cycle cost and a life cycle development cost. I think colleagues will look out for it later. When evaluating value for money in projects, you don't just use life cycle. Life cycle development cost is what is used in value for money assessment. Additionally, material specifications, along with their related designs and operational functions, are critical components in preparing value for money analysis and audit reports for infrastructure and construction projects. Because it's PPP and the involvement of the private sector, that is paramount. Private sector takes a lot of the risk. Therefore, if you are looking at the entire setup, the contract, and you take out specification, zero. You are off. Because in case of dispute and disagreement, it is the specification that will talk. Efficiency, one of the pillars, assesses the relationship between inputs and outputs, with particular focus on the original utilization of time, labor, and financial resources. It further evaluates the effectiveness of the project management framework, implementation process, and the operational systems in delivering intended project outcomes. How efficient is the project? We're talking about it. It measures how efficiently a private sector converts resources into finished product or services in line with the initial project objectives. This is often where the private sector edge is most visible. Because the private sector's profit is tied with their ability to deliver on time and within budget, they are incentivized to use innovative construction techniques and lean management practices, unlike government contracts. A key driver here is risk transfer. By transferring the risk of cost overruns and construction delays to the private sector, the government creates strong performance incentives that promote efficiency and timely project delivery. These risk allocation frameworks shields the public sector from financial liabilities that will otherwise arise under fully funded government projects. Furthermore, the private sector's capacity for innovation and adaptive problem solving enhances the management of development challenges, thereby contributing significantly to the achievement of value for money in PPP projects. Effectiveness, another pillar, anchor pillar. Effectiveness extends beyond the delivery of physical assets to assess whether the project achieves its intended social and economic objectives. It examines the extent to which targets and outcomes has been realized, the overall impact of the intervention, and the alignment with broader policy goals. A project may be delivered economically and efficiently. However, it fails to attract utilization or generate the intended benefits. It cannot be considered effective. Therefore, in PPP, effectiveness is often guaranteed through output-based specifications instead of government telling the private sector how to build a bridge. They specify the service required, employers' requirements, and it should be on point. Okay. The private sector capacity to innovate and adapt problem solving. Okay, I think I've gone there. Thank you. This effectiveness aligns the private sector, the private partners' incentive with the public's need for a reliable, functional, and ensuring that the project delivers the intended outcome rather than just a structure. Sustainability in PPP, one of the pillars. Ensuring that value for money persists throughout the entire project life of the contract, which typically spans 20 to 30 years. This involves whole life cycle where the private partner is responsible for both building and maintaining the assets. This prevents common public sector issue of land, of building a shiny facility, but failing to fund its upkeep. Ghana is guilty of this. Furthermore, sustainability encompasses both physical and material dimensions. It requires that long-term financial obligations undertaken by the government remains manageable and do not impose an undue debt burden on future governments. At the same time, it emphasizes the use of durable, resource-efficient materials, environmentally responsible processes to enhance long-term performance and operational efficiency. Contemporary value for money assessment increasingly incorporates environmental consideration, requiring projects to demonstrate climate resilience and minimize their carbon footprints to sustain relevance and value in a rapidly changing global context. All factors underpinning value for money must be reinforced by robust supervision, periodic review, and effective oversight by both the public and private sector stakeholders. This ensures that recommendations and processes arising from value for money assessments are diligently implemented throughout the project life cycle. Ultimately, a comprehensive VFM report should provide a clear and definitive response of one fundamental question. Did the public entity obtain the best results from the resources used? These are the questions. Quality infrastructure. We're looking at the quality aspects. Then we can move to the land swap concept, why it is very important and imperative. Balancing financing PPP aligns with global standards for quality infrastructure, such as the G7 GhIS and ISO principles, which emphasizes developing sustainable and socially inclusive infrastructure, promoting safety, job creation and responsible transparent financing. In Ghana, there are legal framework for PPP. I believe when this was being passed, the built environment professionals, we also again went to sleep. They've passed the PPP Act. Most of them, the implementation for infrastructure projects depends on us. But we don't have one input in the passage of the PPP Act. If you read through, there's a lot of misalignment. That one will be there for another time. Accountability. The audit service is currently mandated to conduct an annual compliance audit to ensure that all contracting authorities strictly adhere to the provisions of the PPP Act. However, a significant challenge arising from the broad scope of these audits, which often include highly technical components like construction, specification, and engineering standards. Because these specialized areas fall outside the typical purview of the accounting profession, the audit service often lacks the specific technical expertise required to evaluate them accurately. To ensure the integrity of these reviews, the process requires the involvement of professionals such as quantity surveyors, engineers, architects, valuers, and consequently, these sections of the Act may not need to be reviewed to better align the audit requirements with the necessary technical expertise because we went to sleep. And I'm told if you go to some of the ministries who undertake project monitoring, all of them are accountants, finance officers, economic students. Where are we professionals? The implementation of the land challenges in the PPP arrangement. Because of time, I'll have to skip and move to. I have about 10, 15 minutes per my setting. The concept of then the land swap, as Professor said. The land swap concept serves as a complement to the PPP private sector model, specifically addressing the critical constraints of upfront capital outlay. Under this financing mechanism, the government exchanges critically located and utilized public lands for private funded infrastructure for the benefit of the public. By leveraging the commercial value of the granted land, a private developer finances the comprehensive design, the construction, and delivery of primary infrastructure, including roads, power grids, water supply, and sewage system within a designated district or community. This allows for large-scale urban development without immediate public expenditure, as the developer assumes all initial costs by tapping into the land's inherent market potential. Private sector need government lands. The days where it is given on silver platter for them should be over. And that is why most public organizations are now turning to, with the introduction of the land swap. There are a lot of history surrounding it. I won't go there now. The operational flow of land swap reflects the collaborative nature of the traditional PPP. The private sector takes the lead in financing and delivering the project based on rigorous public briefs and material specifications that will underpin the project outcomes. Once the infrastructure is completed, the government assumes full control of the asset. This transition ensures that the responsibility of daily operations, routine maintenance, and service delivery remains within the public sector's domain, keeping the facility aligned with public requirements throughout its life cycle. The rise of land swaps represents a dynamic shift in infrastructure funding. Vast tracts of public lands have historically been treated as passive holdings rather than active economic instruments. In the era of physical constraints, leaving this land idle represents a significant cost opportunity. Also, it creates nuisance with its attendant encroachment, resulting in avoidable disputes that tend to threaten public peace by unlocking the latent value of these assets. Government can diversify their financing portfolios and bridge the infrastructure gap while preserving traditional revenue streams for essential services. Once upon a time, Achimota lands was being encroached. Why? They didn't have a fence wall. So, if this concept were there that time, we can look at it and apply. Give a portion of the land, so-called, get money, do your fence wall, secure the land, you are good to go. But the land should be given commercially. Valuation can be done. Put valuation on the land. However, the private sector coming in will need the land at a certain value. How much are people selling land in that enclave? That should be a fundamental way, in addition to your valuation skills, so that you don't shortchange the government. So there's a need for this analysis. Finally, there's a lot which I want to leave so that members will buy the lecture. The model optimizes administrative efficiencies by bypassing the traditional land acquisition bottlenecks. By utilizing existing public assets, the government can accelerate projects' timeline while effectively transferring the financial and operational risk of development to the private sector. In this case, the government don't sit idle. Because of the VFM, you allow them to go. There are contractual specific obligations in the VFM that should be implemented throughout the construction period. So if a government sits, private sector develop, you'll be shortchanged. So it means our services continue throughout, even under this arrangement. This strategic alignment ensures that the state gains modern infrastructure and recurring revenue, whilst insulating the public purse from the volatility of construction and market demands. No money is put up front, yet government gets infrastructure for public use. Evolution of the land swap concept in Ghana. It has been there, but we are just reinforcing. The modern land swap model is an innovative reaction to centuries of challenges in Ghana's land tenure and compulsory acquisition systems. We have our customary land antecedent, that's the pre-colonial, you read from the lecture. Compulsory acquisition crisis, colonial and post-colonial, then modern physical solutions. The legal framework of operational mechanisms will also leave. The financial and the physical benefits. The land swap concept serves as a powerful catalyst for unlocking latent value within government-held assets. By converting underperforming fixed assets into critical infrastructure, the state can achieve significant development goals without requiring an immediate cash outlay from the public treasury. This mechanism allows the government to leverage the inherent economic potential of its lands to essential services and utilities that might otherwise remain unfunded. Beyond physical efficiency, these arrangements drive urban renewal and optimal land use. The concept encourages the consolidation of fragmented parcels and stimulates redevelopment in neglected or underutilized areas. For instance, transforming dilapidated judicial service quarters or at the old military barracks into a functional space revitalized for urban landscape. This shift ensures high-value land is used to its highest and the best potential, involving the overall aesthetics and utility of the city. This project is close to Lands Commission. Those who care to know, from Lands Commission to cantonments, when you are driving on your left, it used to be a very dilapidated structure where the judges are now staying. It's as a result of the land swap. Those who know the government did not spend 1 pesewa. Lands Commission did not spend 1 pesewa. But we have about 21 houses, highly developed, highly furnished for our judges, free. Institutional and governance gaps in land swap. I want us to look at it. Members should buy and take most of the things that have been outlined. While the land swap model offers a clear pathway to bypass acquisition bottlenecks, its practical success is deeply tethered to the institutional environment of the Ghanaian public sector. The mutual benefit previously discussed, such as the project speed for the developer and asset optimization for the state, are frequently compromised by lack of functional governance and administrative capacity. Though it's coming up, it's good. We don't have any administrative capacity to govern it. So, as you know, there are a lot of issues there. Without robust institutions to manage these complex arrangements, the streamlined win-win scenario risks being replaced by the very delay and inefficiencies the models aims to solve. At the local level, the institutional weakness manifests as a failure to capitalize on the value capture logic that makes land swap attractive. Because many government agencies lack modern property administrative systems, the state often struggles to accurately assess or leverage the rising value of the real estate market. This administrative gap creates a disconnect where the private sector developer may see potential, but the state lacks the data-driven tools to ensure the public receives a fair and proportionate return on its land assets. Furthermore, the transaction from traditional land acquisition to a land swap model requires a high degree of transparency to maintain community confidence. In Ghana, where customary land tenure is deeply ingrained, any arrangement that lacks clear accountability or deviates from established revenue sharing protocols can trigger local resistance. When communities feel sidelined by opaque decision-making, the litigation and social friction that the land swap model is intended to bypass often resurface, creating a new hurdle for the private developer and political liabilities for the state. Perhaps the most significant structural barrier is the absence of a comprehensive national public land asset register. This lack is centralized source of truth fuels discretionary decision-making and makes accurate land valuation nearly impossible. For the investor, this uncertainty heightens litigation risk and undermines the predictability of the partnership. For the citizen, it erodes trust in how public resources are being managed. Until a transparent, evidence-based land governance framework is established, the full potential of the land swap to accelerate Ghana's development will remain hindered by the underlying systematic vulnerabilities, structural barriers to effective evidence-based land governance, and strategic planning. A critical government safeguard requires for the effective implementation of the land swap and long-term public leasing framework is anchoring of land valuation to an independent professional body, where the Lands Commission simultaneously performs the roles of the custodian of public land transactions, negotiator, valuer, approving authority. A structured conflict of interest may arise. It's a proposition. Do some and left some. Don't be referee, player, linesman, and ball boy. So that the public will have that confidence. That is from the developer's perspective. Even where no impropriety exists, the perception of bias in high-value transactions involving strategic public lands can undermine public trust, weaken investor confidence, and expose the state to litigation and political controversy. In a context where historical land transactions have often been subjected to public scrutiny, institutional separation between asset management and valuation determination becomes a matter of governance prudence rather than institutional rivalry. Independent valuation undertaken by certified professionals operating under the standards of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors and in compliance with international valuation standards provides the objectivity required to protect the public interest in land swap arrangements and long-term leases. Land value frequently represents a single largest contribution to this transaction. If undervalued, the state risks irreversible physical loss and erosion of long-term revenue streams. If overvalued, the projects may become commercially unviable, discouraging credible private investment. An independently anchored valuation framework ensures that land premiums, ground rents, and infrastructure equivalences reflect objective market realities supported by transparent methodology and professional accountability. Furthermore, a credible value for money assessment mandated by the PPP Act is fundamentally dependent on the accuracy of underlying valuation inputs. Without independent verification of land values, VFM analysis risks becoming technically incomplete. By separating valuation from transactional approval functions, the state strengthens the defensibility of its objectives before auditors, parliament, investment, and the courts. This clarity enhances bankability, reduces transaction duplication by financiers who will otherwise require additional value reviews, and improves overall efficiency in project financing closure. Ultimately, anchoring land commission valuation to an independent professional framework transforms land from a politically sensitive asset into a professionally managed financial instrument. It reduces litigation risk, enhances transparency, safeguards long-term physical value, and reinforces public confidence in the leasing process. Establishing a formal protocol requiring independent valuation certification for strategic public land transactions above a defined threshold will therefore represent a significant step towards strengthening accountability and sustainable infrastructure delivery in Ghana. Let me pick one case study, then we'll move on. We are almost ending. In 1960 and the 70s, South Korea is faced with a desperate shortage of housing and infrastructure after the Korean War, but lacked the cash to buy land for development. They turned to a model called land readjustment. Here, the government will take a large area of irregular, unserviced farmland and readjust it into a modern grid with paved roads, parks, and utilities. Instead of paying the farmers in cash, the government will return a similar portion of the land, perhaps 60, 20, 40%, to the original owners. Because the land was now serviced, it had roads and electricity. The smaller plot was often worth 10 times more than the original original large farm. The government kept the remaining half using for public space and selling the other half for private developers to pay for the construction cost. This allows Seoul to expand rapidly at zero cost to the taxpayer. There are other examples I will skip. Key pathways, then we are almost through. A case study from Nigeria, what have you, but I read only a case study from Korea. The others, when you buy the book, you can take from. The case study from the places that will be mentioned here in how public-private partnerships and land swap can either transform a nation or serve as a custodian tale. One of the most critical lessons that is transparent and robust legal framework are not negotiable. The contrast between the Abuja land swap and Mexico post-2022 experience underscores that the success of the project depends heavily on its legal and institutional foundation. The Abuja initiative faced challenges due to a fragmented administrative structure and the absence of specialized PPP practitioners. The major second takeaway is that financial engineering must account for currency risk, which is the silent killer of international projects. Furthermore, this demonstrates that the land itself can function as a sovereign currency. The experiences in Egypt, South Korea shows that the land can be powerful substitutes for cash in nations with limited budgets. By treating raw land as an asset to be swapped for infrastructure, government can fund massive projects without traditional borrowing. This model relies on the fact that land becomes significantly more valuable once it is serviced with roads and utilities. Ghanaian land swap case, there are a lot of illustrations. I'll mention one or two. The rest, when you buy the book, you can read them so that we can. I've mentioned the judicial service redevelopment. Ministry of Works and Housing, Airport residential buildings in Laboni, Labadi, cantonments, and Latebi Okoshi. This project delivered over 200 2- and 3-bedroom apartments for town and townhouses, the majority of which has been completed, handed over, and is being used. By pricing the state of land used as a consideration for its current market rates, the government ensures an adequate, equitable exchange of assets for high-quality infrastructure needed by the public. Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, we call it Airport City. The driver's license area, DVLA, former Greater Accra, that whole area is also one of the land swap examples. The Airport City 2 project involved the delivery of essential infrastructure, including road networks, side drainage, water systems, and external electrical installation. These services are funded through the land swap model, where portions of the developed land serve as compensation for construction costs, while the project is currently facing delays. The government is fully insulated from cost overruns. That's it. Though it's facing delays, government don't care. Private sector takes on all the load, as the financial risk remains with the developer. Similar projects has also been done in Kumasi. We have almost 200 houses. Ministry of Environmental and Science and Innovation and the CSR, I think Prof is here. I'll say something small about that one too. This multifaceted development includes 3-bedroom townhouses, 18-story 3-bedroom apartment, a 6-story head office, and a dedicated administrative block. This project is being delivered in exchange of about 28 acres of state land, representing a significant strategic investment in both residential and administrative infrastructure. No money paid by the government. It's yet to take off. There are implementation challenges. Let me look at challenges at the local government and central government levels. One of the primary obstacles to successful land swap initiatives is a weak value capture capacity of local government. While the logic of a land swap relies on new development expanding the local tax base, most metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies lack the necessary infrastructure to capitalize on this growth. Specifically, many districts fail to maintain functional and up-to-date property databases, which makes it really impossible to accurately determine, collect, and enforce property rates. This creates a significant paradox. Even in areas with active real estate markets and rapidly rising property values, the local government remains unable to recapture the value to fund public infrastructure. Key implementation challenges and professional requirements. The central risk factor for the land swap concept, as delivered by the case studies from both the Ghana Education Service and the various Nigerian scenarios, is a fundamental lack of institutional capacity and rigorous oversight. Because of that shortfalls in most of the public organizations, it is advised that if you want to use the land swap, then it means you have to involve the built environment professionals in its supervision, in the evaluation of the report. Because with the Ministry of Education, the issue became apparent due to proper evaluation of the contractors or the developers' capability. Strengthen the framework for sustainable delivery. To achieve scale and suitability in the land swap, the government must prioritize land governance readiness as a mandatory precondition for implementation. This shift requires a move away from ad hoc arrangement toward a structured environment first. Local governments must transform into full fiscal partners. This involves equipping them with robust property segments and digital databases, while simultaneously holding them accountable to the transparent utilization of any revenue generated through these land swap mechanisms. Secondly, the state must impose strict access governance across all levels of administration. This means that large public landholders can no longer operate in isolation. Instead, they must function within highly transparent and disciplined framework that track every asset and transaction. By standardizing how public land is managed, the government can prevent value leakage and ensure that national resources are used for their highest and best use. Finally, achieving these goals require elevating professional standards from mere advisory inputs to mandatory safeguards. Technical experts from surveyors, planners, and auditors addressing physical financial management issues of the project must become a legal requirement for the project life cycle to protect the public interest. Enhancing these institutional reforms will ultimately transform public land from a frequent source of conflict and corruption into a disciplined and powerful engines that drive infrastructure delivery, urban renewal, and long-term national development. At this juncture, the choir, give me one song. Thank you, Tema Philharmonic Choir. Now we are in the last lap. The indispensable role of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors. This is for all of us to buckle up and not sit down, as I said, like procurement stage. Let's buckle up because VFM and the land swap concert is picking up, and all of us have a role. Let's acquire the necessary skills. The success of innovative financing frameworks like the land swap model depends entirely on a foundation of professional integrity, transparent valuation, and equitable land administration. Within this context, the Ghana Institution of Surveyors occupies a central and indispensable role. As the nation's primary technical authority and thought leader in the built environment, the GhIS requires the necessary expertise to ensure that the land swaps are not only financially viable, but also legally and ethically sound. For a land swap to be secure and effective, it must adhere to 4 essential professional standards. First, secure land swap tender is mandatory, requiring the precise surveying and cadastral validation that prevents overlapping claims and legal disputes. Second, a fair exchange of value can only be guaranteed through transparent, intentionally compliant valuations that reflects true market dynamics. Third, the efficiency of the project delivery relies on robust cost modeling and rigorous value for money analysis to ensure that the infrastructure received by the state is worth the land asset traded. Finally, ethical governance must be maintained through independent oversight mechanisms that protect the public interest from start to finish. As the umbrella body for the land surveying, valuation, and estate surveying and quantity surveying profession, GhIS is uniquely positioned to bridge the current gaps in technical expertise and project management. By leveraging the specialized skills of its members, the institutions provide the interdisciplinary approach required by the Operationalized Act 1036, that's the Land Act 2020, and the land swap model. Ultimately, the involvement of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors transformed these complex transactions from risk ventures into discipline regimes for national development. The valuation surveyor, ensuring quality, equity, and transparency. In the land swap model, valuation surveyors serve as essential gatekeepers for transparency, ensuring that the exchange of public assets for private investment is handled with mathematical and ethical precision. By providing expert asset valuation, feasibility studies, and comprehensive financial appraisal, these professionals establish the equitable exchange value required for a fair trade. This technical oversight is crucial because it eliminates high-stakes risk of the state trading away undervalued or prime land in exchange for infrastructure that is either under-specified or poorly constructed. Furthermore, the valuation surveyor plays a critical role in long-term risk mitigation. Their involvement ensures that land swap is grounded in professional integrity, directly assessing the primary risk of non-transparency in assessing price. By standardizing the way values are calculated, they help prevent corruption, allegation, and public restriction that often plague state land transactions. Ultimately, Their presence provides a neutral professional buffer that prevents disagreement over risk allocation, ensuring that both the government and the developer remain aligned on the true value of the land. The quantity surveyor. Tackling inefficiencies in project management, delivery, and cost overruns. The quantity surveyor serves as a critical defense against cost overruns that frequently plague large-scale infrastructure projects. Their role is central to the construction cost modeling, value engineering, and detailed financial analysis, all of which ensure that project scope remains strictly aligned with the available resources. This expertise is not just a best practice, but a legal necessity. Survey Council. It requires the foundation for the mandatory value for money assessment required for all PPP projects under the Lands Act. By rigorously analyzing every cost component, the quantity surveyor ensures that the state is getting the highest possible quality for its investment. Beyond initial planning, quantity surveyors is indispensable for project delivery and long-term risk management. They bring discipline to the construction phase by providing precise cost estimates, managing competitive procurement process, and maintaining strict oversight of contract administration and project management issues. This continuous monitoring ensures that public infrastructure is delivered efficiently and adheres to high professional standards. By identifying potential leaks early, they mitigate the risk for massive cost escalation that often derail public works, transforming a volatile construction process into a predictable and successful asset delivery. The land surveyor, resolving land administration bottlenecks. The land surveyor provides the essential technical foundation upon which any successful land swap project must be built. Within the complexities of Ghana's unique land tenure system, their role in land acquisition, precise demarcation, and titling is absolutely critical. By formally verifying boundaries and legal status, they ensure that land offered by the state as consideration is legally sound and free from encumbrances. This process is the primary mechanism for de-risking developers' investment, as it prevents the boundary disputes and ownership overlap that frequently stall large-scale infrastructure projects. Beyond legal validation, land surveyors contribute to spatial planning expertise that is necessary for modern urban redevelopment. Their involvement is particularly important for the implementation of the services schemes, where they ensure that land is used optimally and aligned with the broader urban development goals of the Ghana Infrastructure Plan. By mapping out efficient layouts and utility corridors, they transform raw land into high-value development nodes that are ready for private sector integration. To fully realize these benefits, the Ghana Institution of Surveyors must leverage its strict critical standards and alignment with international benchmarks, such as International Evaluation Standards, IVS, and Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors. By doing so, GhIS can position itself as a central policy think tank and a technical authority. In this capacity, the institution serves as a trusted partner to the government, providing the professional oversight necessary to turn national infrastructure into a disciplined, transparent, and successful reality. Now, our recommendation. Policy and strategic recommendation, the roadmap for implementation. Then we are done. To ensure that long-term success for land swap, the Ministry of Finance and the PPP Approval Committee must mandate a stringent process for rigorous financial and technical due diligence. Before any contract is signed, specifically a land swap arrangement, the private developer must provide verifiable proof of their liquid capacity and technical expertise. This vetting process is essential to ensure the developer has the capacity to see a project through to its conclusion, preventing the common pitfalls of state assets being tied up to entities that lack the means to deliver their infrastructure process. Simultaneously, the Ministry of Finance, in collaboration with the Ghana Infrastructure Fund, GhIS, and the Office of the President, must lead a concerted effort to strengthen institutional capacity. A key step in this direction is the formation of a standing panel PPP expert, an internal body dedicated to evaluating the financial, technical, and the legal feasibility of every proposed project. This must be supported by targeted training for government officials, focusing on the sophisticated nuances of risk allocation, financial modeling, and contract management that are unique to land swap and PPP projects, not excluding professionals from Ghana Institution of Surveyors. Transparency and public planning will be further revolutionized by the establishment of a national register for public assets and land swap opportunities. By creating a comprehensive public accessible database of state lands, the government can significantly reduce opportunities for rent seeking and corruption. This transparency mechanism not only enhances public confidence, but also allows the state to identify and package land assets more effectively for national development. Finally, Ghana must take proactive steps to enhance investor confidence by clearly articulating its commitment to the standards set out in Act 1036. This involves moving beyond reactive policies towards a strategy of active engagement, utilizing transparent regulatory practices and organized investment roadshows, both domestically and internationally. By demonstrating a predictable and professional investment climate, the state can attract high-caliber global partners who are eager to participate in Ghana's infrastructure transformation. Ghana Institution of Surveyors, the way forward. To drive meaningful institutional change, the Ghana Institution of Surveyors must take bold and decisive steps. I propose that we establish a formal Surveyors PPP advisory and monitoring framework, a living, breathing initiative that provides continuous, non-partisan, technical, and capacity building for our government institutions. This framework will ensure that the state has in-house expertise it needs to manage complex partnerships effectively with professionalism and integrity. A cornerstone of this framework must be benchmarking and adherence to international valuation standards. Every land valuation for land swap transaction must meet these global standards. By doing so, we do not secure fair and equitable value for public assets, but we also remove the guesswork that too often leads to financial losses. Beyond this valuation, our framework must extend to independent cost management audits. Professional oversight throughout the project life cycle will allow us to track expenditures in real time, anticipate land mitigation potentials, cost overruns, and ensure that value for money is genuinely delivered. This is not a bureaucratic exercise. It is a critical safeguard to protect the integrity of our public-private partnership and guarantee that our national infrastructure is delivered as promised. But our role cannot end with technical monitoring. The Ghana Institution of Surveyors must position itself as a policy think tank of the highest order, engaging in infrastructural dialogue both in Ghana and across Africa. Now, the think tank that has been formed, your job has been cut out. Through the regular publication of technical papers and policy recommendations, we can address the socio-economic and legal realities of innovative financing, translating complex theory into practical solutions. In doing so, we make ourselves champions of the land swap concept, demonstrating its capacity to increase local government revenue, expand property tax bases, and create a tangible physical impact for communities. The success of the PPP Act and Act 1039 and the land swap concept depends on more than laws on paper. It depends on professional body acting as a bridge between policy and execution. As surveyors, we occupy unique and strategic position in this ecosystem. Our expertise ensures that challenges of land tenure, valuation, and infrastructure financing are met with precision and integrity. To support this, we must drive data transparency through the proposed GhIS data center at the Center of Excellence, offering reliable data benchmarks and market analytics that inspire confidence in the Ghanaian investment landscape. In conclusion, colleagues, by unlocking the untapped potential of the public lands and fostering a transparent risk-sharing environment through PPP, we can fundamentally transform Ghana's physical and economic landscape. Ghana Institution of Surveyors must lead this transformation. We are not merely measures of land. We are architects of value and managers of resources in the built environment industry. We must move for being passive observers of infrastructure decay and becoming strategic partners in national development. Though our Center of Excellence and an unwavering commitment to professional standards, through our Center of Excellence and our unwavering commitment to professional standards, we will ensure that every cedi and every acre invested in Ghana's future yields prosperity for all. It is for this reason that the Ghana Institution of Surveyors has established a Center of Excellence to provide special technical training to our members first, with a view to equipping and sharpening their skills to position them as the foremost experts in the preparation of standard value for money reports for the development of infrastructure for the people of Ghana. Hence, our advocacy for us to be included in the current Value for Money Act that is in Parliament. It has gone through the first reading. Should be very rigorous. Else, we will be left out because in the composition of the board, we are not there now. So we should push for us to be there so that we can be at the table. Thank you for your attention, and God bless us all.
Surveyor President, thank you. Let's clap for him again as he takes his seat. Please, you may have your seat. If you take your seat. You know, it's not easy to be on the stage, let alone to be here for close to an hour and a half. We gave him red napkin. It didn't help. We gave bottled water. It didn't help. Then we brought a glass. Then we brought a table. That shows you the magnitude of the job. Let's clap for him again. So we are going to auction. You know, when you're talking, every time he pauses and he says, when you buy the book, you will find it inside. I've seen that he started marketing it even before, and he's a marketer if you know him. So he was saying it and he was marketing it along. So if you buy, you will find. If you buy, you will find. Yes. Okay, so they say I should pause. Where's PP? Yeah, PP Amaglo. It has to do with the elections, which ends in 15 minutes. So I have to give him the. Please let's clap for PP Amaglo.
Thank you, MC. We have 15 minutes to go, but I've noticed something that I want to actually bring to our notice. You know, when we actually publish the list, for you to check your emails and then your contact details, majority of you have not done it. VES, we have crossed the 50 mark. QSD, we have crossed the 50 mark. But LSD, we are still below 50 mark. Why can't we just hurry up? We said that we should not wait when it's getting to 5 minutes. Please, check your mail, the spam, and then the test. But if you are still here and you've not received your details, either one letter is missing in your email. Don't say that because you have been receiving email from GhIS, so automatically you should go back to the list and check and make sure your email is okay. We can still use these 10 minutes and do it so that we all cross the 50 mark. Please, let the voter turnout go beyond 50, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our local EC. So, Ameriku, today it will not be long. Please, do we know that this is a church auditorium? We are sure, that this is a church auditorium. Yes. So, please, Surveyor Ameriku, over to you.
Thank you very much, Surveyor Timothy Anidoho. And I've been told that we are challenged with time. Mr. Chairman, may I have your permission to proceed with the auction of the presidential lecture? Most grateful as prayed. Before I start, let's give a round of applause to our President of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors for a great presidential lecture. We thank you so much for the words of wisdom, and I believe that we all have benefited from it, and we'll take it up. But we first have to put this auction in context. I was guided by co-auctioneer that we are in the house of the Lord. Indeed, Psalm 46 verse 1 admonishes us that this is the holy place where the Most High dwells, and we would not like in any action to desecrate this holy place. John chapter 2, verses 13 to 22 also warns against turning houses of worship into centers of commerce, fundraising, and financial exploitation. So we heard the president talk about sale of the presidential lecture. May I have a copy? Sale of the presidential. We are not selling it. You are being anointed by it. You are being anointed by it. So it's an anointing that we are doing this day. Amen? Wow. Surveyor Kofi Obiayebi. What a handsome man. The Krobos will say NFL. So I'd like to start by asking any of us to give an offer for this presidential lecture. Give an anointing. I wouldn't say an offer. Give an anointing. Let's not go home and say that Okasayu. Indeed, the Surveyor President admonished that the Value for Money Authority bill has been laid. And I dare say that we need to be at the table. Because if we are not at the table, we'll be on the menu. So give an offer. Give an offer. I would like to start by giving an offer of 5,000 Ghana cedis. Clap for me. 5,000 Ghana cedis. 5,000 Ghana cedis. As I stand here, I don't know my balance in my account, but I believe that we move by faith and not by sight.
Yes. Yes, my brother. We move by faith. I was almost moved by your faith, but let me check my bank account first. I was almost moved by your faith. But I think I'll follow. I'll also go. Excellent. And I'll match you with a 5,000.
Give it up to him. Give it up to him. He's such an ambidextrous guy.
Yes, yes, yes.
An MC, a DJ, an auctioneer, a lawyer, a surveyor, Muzinda, and what have you. But it's not about us.
Yes.
It's about the Ghana Institution of Surveyors. Yes. Any offer that you give will go a long way to help in the advocacy of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors. It will go to help in the resource base of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors. Take this as an advocacy instrument to all your respective parliamentarians that they should advocate that we need Ghana Institution of Surveyors in the Value for Money Authority, both in the directorship or the oversight responsibility and the technical work in the Value for Money Office. It's been laid, and I believe that the contents would go well to amend the memorandum of the bill. So please give an offer. No amount is too small. Surveyor PP Segu, 5,000 Ghana cedis. Let's give it up to him. 5,000 Ghana cedis. 5,000 Ghana cedis. Value for money, PPP, land swap. What did he say? You need to read this. And as quantity surveyors, valuers, land surveyors, we need not look at the mere cost of this. If you assess the cost, the unit cost, if it were to have been prepared alone, would be 200 cedis. But for economy of scale, it would move to 100 cedis. But the value, which is the intrinsic worth of this document, is worth more than 50,000 cedis. 50,000 cedis. And I believe that collectively, we can raise 1 million cedis. We need to advocate for the Surveying Council bill. It takes financial resources. It takes financial resources. Indeed, Proverbs 14 verse 23 says, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk brings poverty. Let's eradicate poverty by not doing hard work, but let's include it with financial remuneration. I see 5,000 Ghana cedis. Let's go to him. Let's give a clap to Surveyor Incoming Treasurer. 5,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, the baton is changing pecuniary. 5,000 Ghana cedis. Please, let's do it snappy. Let's do it snappy.
We don't have time today.
We don't have time. We don't have time.
We brought the offering bowl here so that when you say you give and you have the money, you can dance and come and put it inside. We'll all see that you have the money here. And when we promise, some of us, we don't pay. Last year, we promised, Surveyor Teku was the first to pay last year. Let's clap for him. Last year, his pledge, he paid. Cash. Cash. I was also going to look for a Bible verse. Then I Googled and saw that, you can get many Bible verses on giving. So it is not a gift at all. You can just check your phone. And you find So I should say one Bible verse then.
That is so.
What is the Bible saying? 1 Corinthians 9:7. Each of you, that is each of all of us here, you should give what you have decided in your heart. If you have not decided, decide now. And not reluctantly. Those of you who are at the back saying, for God loves a cheerful giver. So please be cheerful in your giving. Those of you who are at the back saying, please, the Bible has acknowledged you. We are in church. I've finished my work.
Thank you very much, co-auctioneer. And the chairman of this occasion has given 5,000 cedis on behalf of the CSIR. 5,000 cedis. Let's give it up to him. And let's have our club offerings also going on with a loud applause. It helps stimulate your hand to your pockets. And behind me is the Momo number 02456 218 2108. 02456 2108. And the reference should be presidential lecture. The bank account is an EcoBank account number 1441000278107.
So we have 10,000 from valuation and investment. The senior vice firm, they've given us 10,000.
10,000 cedis. Let's give it up to them.
Yes. So
let's give it up to them.
The divisional chairs, they are here. They finish conferring, which is the custom. So they'll mention first for their division.
Right.
Then they'll mention for themselves. They can't hide behind the division. You know, usually they'll say for the division.
Exactly.
Then you mention one division. Then you mention you to your own. So starting with the president's division. No, the president's division. So when I went to Katanga, he pondered me first. And I've been looking for an opportunity to revenge. Today I have revenge.
So we are Jim.
Thank you very much, Timo. So the GhIS division pledges 20,000 Ghana cedis for.
Let's give it up to the GhIS division. Quantity surveying division.
And I'll do 10%
Quantity
of that.
surveying division.
You see, he said he'll do 10% of that. He said it fast. I'll do 10% of that.
That's right. So the valuation and estate surveying division.
The Office of the Administrator of Stool Lands is giving 10,000.
Office of Administrator of Stool Land giving 2,000 cedis. Let's give it up.
10,000
cedis. 10,000 cedis.
The Land Surveying Division will do 10,000 cedis.
Let's give it up for LSD, Land Surveying Division. 10,000 cedis.
The chairperson will do 2,000.
The chairperson, which is a doctor.
I'm compelled to follow that.
You see, the LS chair is a doctor. This VS chair is also a doctor. This one, no G-Tech matter. They are approved doctors. No fake doctor. Correct one. 2,000, 2,000, and 10,000, 10,000. Yes.
Please. Afres West African Chair. ESV Adetunje Adediron. $100.
Thank you very much at all.
100 United States dollars. And the dollar is rising. It's now around 11, thereabouts. $100. So
the vice president. Yes. So you see, because he's a public servant, he didn't want to raise his hand too high.
Okay.
As I am.
Okay.
5,000. So 5,000.
5,000 cedis. Thank you very much, Surveyor Labi.
Surveyor Malam Isa, 20,000 cedis.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's here.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We need
That's
a tempo.
Highways. He's a fresh fellow. Is he the one we are talking about? Yes. He's a fresh fellow. He's the CEO of Highways. He was sitting here. I think he stepped out. He was sitting by somebody here, so the person should vouch for him. Before he says he didn't say so. Let's look for him.
And the president is autographing the presidential lecture.
They say he's outside at the back. Please, when you find him, confirm to me he has consented. Because we have written it down. As for Highways there, with all this infrastructure value for money, he'll pay quickly. Big push. He can push us big. with his 20,000. We will not be here for too long. Our time is ticking, so.
Give an offer. Give an offer. We are not selling the presidential lecture. We are anointing ourselves.
Dr. George Hagan, BRI 2000. Thank you very much. Let's
give it up for him. Let's give it up for him. Let's give it up for him. And those in academia, this would be a useful authority for your research work. From value for money, PPP, land swap, and all those things. You have authority, 2026 authority. And like I'm saying, it's an advocacy instrument for us to be at the table. If we don't get at the table, we'll be on the menu. So let's be on the table and let's use this to advocate for quant surveyors, having been promoters of the Surveying Council Bill, and also causing the necessary advocacy for members of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors to be part of the Value for Money Authority Agency. Being Surveyor has done it again. ED in perpetuity has done it again. Surveyor G.A. Atieku, the old 5 million cedis, old 5 million cedis. Take away the 10,000 and you get to know. And he's paying in cash, in species, 500 cedis.
He always pays in cash.
500 cedis.
Please come and put it in the offering bowl, please.
That
cash.
is so.
As for cash, it goes inside the offering bowl.
Let him be receipted.
Thank you very much.
5 million cedis. The GhIS division, we've announced already 20,000 cedis. The GhIS chair, in his own personal capacity, as a quant surveyor, he'll give 10% of what the whole division gives. 2,000 cedis. Let's give it up to him. Let's give it up to him. 2,000 cedis. And I like your clap offering. Surveyor Benjamin Quay is really matching the GhIS chair boot for boot. He's also giving 2,000 cedis. Let's give it up to him.
LS, we've mentioned you already. Dr. Tina Wemeka, first female chair, LS division. 2,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, and then your division is doing 10,000. So, surveyor, this one, he's a Mexican Ghanaian, Bernard Cosmos Gonzalez. I said it. 2,000 Ghana cedis. 2,000 Ghana cedis.
2,000 Ghana cedis.
And this one there, it is a local name, so I can mention Dominic Berima, another 2,000 Ghana cedis.
2,000 cedis. Thank you very much. Co-auctioneer, I recall you were looking for Surveyor Malamisa. He went to cash the money. This is it. 20,000 cedis. 20,000 cedis.
Thank you very much.
Serialized. Please give me the 20,000 cedis in species.
This is the big push.
20,000 cedis.
The big push money.
A member of the GhIS division. 20,000 cedis.
Nana Cheba, who is a former. Hey, the money you didn't write anything with his signature that is there. 2,000 Ghana cedis. 2,000 Ghana cedis.
Nana Cheba.
Surveyor Isaac Abam. 10 million old money. 1,000 Ghana cedis.
10 million old Ghana cedis. Surveyor Abam. And we thank you so much.
So Augustine Tay also 10 million, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you very much.
10 million old Ghana cedis is equally acceptable and convertible.
Yes, and this one is a special one. Surveyor Bruno Kwafu. The surname, he's written it small. Old 1 million Ghana cedis, 100 Ghana cedis. Let's clap for him.
Let's clap for him. And let the clap offering flow. And as it's flowing, dip your hands in your pocket. Dip your hands in your pocket.
Nuanku is giving us 1,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you very much, Gifty.
1,000 Ghana cedis.
QSD.
1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Lovely. Lovely. This is a well-researched work aided by fellow surveyors, and you can see all the references there. I believe that it was well peer-reviewed by IPP as well. Let the offer flow. Let the offer flow. Let the offer flow.
So a few here, Alex Opon Bafo, 5,000 Ghana cedis.
5,000 Ghana cedis. A clap offering to that.
The next name talks a lot and gives a lot. So we are Nutifafa Asari, 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh,
Thank
big brother. Thank you so much. May the Lord bless you. And may He replenish.
Mrs. Matilda Fiajigwe Esquire, 2,000 Ghana cedis.
2,000 Ghana cedis. We thank you so much, and may the Lord bless you.
Followed by PP Sovia Jonathan Abose, 2,000 Ghana cedis. 2,000
Ghana cedis.
And Sovia Dr. D.K. Tre, who is also a past president, gave us 1,000 Ghana cedis.
1,000 Ghana cedis. May God richly bless you.
There are Sovia Joseph also, who is a fresh fellow himself, contributes a lot for us, also has given us 5,000 Ghana cedis.
Let's give it up to him. 5,000 Ghana cedis. Any offer you give means that you are endorsing the work.
PP Edumaze Aqua also gives us 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Let's give it up for PP Edumaze Aqua. Ama, we thank you so much. May God richly bless you.
When people are on retirement and they give you 1,000, it's like 10,000.
Precisely
I'm
so.
not there yet.
Precisely
so
so.
Acknowledge it. Let's clap for them.
Please, let's not be intimidated by the thousands. You can mention it in all Ghana cedis and you'll be well acknowledged. So please, we can go sinusoidal. 10,000, 500, 6,000, 20,000, 100,000 is all acceptable. You are just giving an endorsement of the presidential lecture that's been. It's so timely. At a time that the Value for Money Authority Bill is being passed, we have this presidential lecture. It should go to advocates that the surveyors should be at the table, not on the menu.
Yes, Surveyor Jude Akom GhIS, thank you for your 1,000 Ghana cedis.
1,000 Ghana cedis.
And PP Yvonne Soa is 2,000 Ghana cedis.
2,000 Ghana cedis. We are so grateful, PP Yvonne Soa, and may God replenish the amounts offered. Let it keep coming. And those of us who do not want our left hand to know what our right hand is doing, the Momo number is there. 0245 642 108. 0245 642 108.
And Surveyor Kenneth Wonder Chenu, he's giving us cash of 1,000 Ghana cedis. Go and put it in my
cash, 1,000
book.
Ghana cedis.
Yes, thank you very much.
So let the Momo be flowing.
And you know, Senior, when people are looking at my face, people I've known in the office for years, they are either looking at me straight or they are looking to the side because they are afraid I'll mention their name. I'll mention your name. You bring the money. Because when the spirit falls on me and I start walking by your side, I may hold you. So you mention something. You think of something. I've given you a small time. Those of you discussing in the middle row, some people are wearing yellow, some people are wearing, I've not mentioned any name. They are briefing in and out. Please, consider giving us something before I walk around there. So,
in the same way, the unction of the Lord is now calling on me to identify people. Yes. If I don't, they will be angry with me. Where is Surveyor Mike Frimpong? Surveyor Mike Frimpong. You will be very angry with me if I don't mention your name. Surveyor Mike Frimpong, the former president of African Association of Crime Surveyors, the former honorary treasurer.
Yes.
So many accolades.
Yes.
Surveyor Mike Frimpong.
Yes.
Give an offer. Surveyor Mike Frimpong. Show your mettle. Show your mettle. He's retired, but he's not tired.
Please. He says, I should give you 5,000 for him.
So, thank you very much. Let's give it up to him.
Look at the technicality. So I should give you 5,000 for him. But let's clap for him.
Let's clap for him.
And we have Savaya Christian Akwa. Now, because of chairman, we know him that he's a men's fellowship, Thursday born, this Sunday school. So he's giving us 2,000
cities. 2,000 cities. We are so grateful. And on behalf of the chairman, we would like to thank you for the work that you are doing for the Thursday bonds.
The next two.
Ironically, I'm also a Thursday born. So I'll come to your church and also contribute. May God richly bless you.
Okay, so Surveyor Patrick Botwi, Esquire, has given us 2,000 Ghana cedis. And he sent Momo, and the Momo has landed. There's no transit matter. It has landed. That is the spirit. And Surveyor Nasedu, please, he prayed for us and he gave us money also. He's in church, but he's doing the Zagat here too. Thank you for your 1,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 1,000 Ghana cedis. And I like the way the anointing from Surveyor Mike Frimpong came. Clearly, the law of agency was in play. He caused Surveyor Timothy Anidoho to be his agent.
Yes.
So agency principal relationship hold.
I'll chase the 5,000.
That is so.
Yes, for sure.
That is so.
And Surveyor Moses, it's Nyakun Ado. He's giving us 1,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you very much. And Mrs. Helena Ivo of the Secretariat is giving us 2,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you very much. That shows a lot of commitment.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Once again, it's just a mark of respect for the industry that was put into this and your support to the advocacy that this book would carry. And also for you to have this authority instrument for you to make the necessary advocacy that the Ghana Institute of Surveyors are at the table and not on the menu. Let it flow.
Surveyor Charles Japon also gives us 5 million Ghana cedis.
Let's give it up to him. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Let's give it up.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we have a few here. Surveyor Ikwasubontin, what him name? 1,000 Ghana cedis.
1,000 Ghana cedis. A club offering for that.
Often when you see this name, you see a male name either before it or after it. And the name is Michael Apia. He's also giving us 1,000 Ghana cedis.
1,000 Ghana cedis.
Thank you very much. And then we have Surveyor Ishmael Kofi Ampofo also gives us 1,000 Ghana.
Thank you, Surveyor
All is cash
Ishmael.
Received, cash and Momo. And then Surveyor Ephraim Ata Ousu, he's unique. 6 million Ghana cedis.
Lovely, 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 lovely.
And then I've just got a message from the agent of the Chief Executive of the Lands Commission. He's certified agent. And he says Lands Commission is giving 20,000 Ghana cedis.
20,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you so much for this anointing to the institution and a mark of acknowledgement of the industry that our Surveyor President has given.
And there are two here. Surveyor Roland Kambase is giving us 2,000 Ghana cedis. And
Thank
Surveyor
you very
Morris
much.
A, 2,000. And Morris A. Ewusi is also, or Awuni is also giving us 2,000 Ghana cedis.
Let's give it up to them. Let's give it up to them.
We mentioned the two last names by faith. As soon as we mention the names, they have confirmed the Momo has come. So we receive it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Awuni and Surveyor
Thank you very much.
Kambose.
So those of us who don't want our left hand to know what our right hand is doing, lest GRA official is here. The Momo is there. The Momo is there.
Surveyor Kweku Opari, thank you for your 500 Ghana cedis. And Surveyor Paul Kobna Mensah, thank you for your 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, the 500 is cash. We receive it. Thank you very much. Okay, so how much? So, Anonymous, 2,000 Ghana cedis. I know the name. I'm tempted to mention the name, but so those of you who have not given and are claiming to be anonymous, I'm seeing you pretending to people, it's me. I know it's not you. Still give. Because I've seen some people talking to each other. Anonymous, it's only one person. Please. Please. Down. So there are a number of them. Bilson obeying Ba LSD, 200 Ghana cedis. Linda Ajwa Abochi, 200 Ghana cedis. Joseph Osei Bonsu, 500 Ghana cedis. Edward Ajiman Osei, 100 Ghana cedis. Ekuya Obimpe, 500 Ghana cedis. Comfort. Something me, you know yourself. 500 Ghana cedis. And Amwa Abraham Kweku, also 200 Ghana cedis. Thank you. Sorry, the handwriting is a challenge.
A round of applause for these surveyors. We thank you so much, and may God richly bless you. My attention has been drawn to the fact that those who are sending Momo, when they send it, they see the account name as Ghana Institute of Surveyors. It is Ghana Institution of Surveyors. Falsa demonstratio non nocet. A false description doesn't vitiate the fact that you are sending it to the right source. Ghana Institution of Surveyors. So interpret it purposively for it to go into the same account. You are there. You are there. By the doctrine of falsa demonstratio, you have paid it to the right source. And thank you very much.
Sobia Professor Emmanuel Bamfo agree. He says we should mention that he's from Cape Coast. 500 Ghana cedis cash. Thank you very much.
Straight from Ogwe.
Yes.
Ogwe. Ezabankran. We thank you so much.
Yes. Isaac Kwam, GhIS, he gave us 1,000 Ghana cedis. And Kwesi Dakon Asare has given us also 1,000. He's from Parliament.
Thank you very much, Kwesi.
Straight from the state of the nation, he's brought us 1,000 Ghana.
We are so grateful. Let's give it up to him. Let's give it up to him. The unction of the Lord is guiding my eyes to identify some people. To identify some people. Okay. Surveyor Esther Tepe, what sayest thou? Okay. What is the Spirit telling you? What is the Spirit telling you? 1,000 Ghana cedis. Give it up to her. Give it up to her. 1,000 cedis. May the Lord richly bless you. Neither flesh nor blood revealed this to you, but the Spirit of the Lord.
Amen.
Surveyor Frederick Chedompre. Surveyor Frederick Chedompre, your colleague, has given an offer. What sayest thou? What is the Spirit itching you to say at this moment? Surveyor Frederick Chedompre, what sayest thou? You can give me a sign. If this is 2, 5, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Let's give it up to him. Let's give it up to him.
I have a few here. Jimmy Jacob Nuseto is 300 Ghana cedis. Zanato Abui Akplu is also 300. And at least my mate, who is a new fellow, Kojo Tuadai, he's giving us 2,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you very much. Let's clap for all of them as they've given us some good money. Those of you who go out and come in and now move to further back, don't think you are running away. The Lord is also in that part of the auditorium. He would anoint you. Suddenly, the back row is becoming more full than the front row. Don't run away. The Lord is there too. So he will bring you forward, please.
Let's all join forces to have this anointing together as one big family.
Another anonymous 100 Ghana cedis.
We respect the anonymous giver. We respect you as well. Respectfully, I would like to read Section 5.1 of the Office of the Value for Money Authority Bill that provides, or that has provided draft provisions for the governing body of the Independent Office for Value for Money. It reads, and I quote, the governing board of the Independent Office of Value for Money The governing board of the Independent Office for Value Money is a board of directors comprising of A, chairperson nominated by the president. B, one representative of the ministry responsible for finance, not below the rank of a director. C, one representative of the office of the Auditor General, not below the rank of a director. D, the Director General of the office. That's the office of the Value for Money office, or the Independent Office of the Value for Money. E, one representative from a recognized audit professional body, nominated by its executive body. 1 representative from a recognized audit professional body nominated by its executive body. We don't know whether Ghana Institution of Surveyors is a recognized audit professional body, but I have my doubts. F, 1 representative from a public tertiary institution, and that's the catch, offering public administration or auditing. You see where it's skewing. Nominated, and the nominee, nominated by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. G, 2 persons with expertise in public finance, governance, or law, nominated by the president. H, 1 woman with expertise in gender inclusivity, nominated by the minister, and I believe minister responsible for finance. I, 1 representative from civil society organization with expertise in fiscal transparency, nominated by a network of accredited anti-corruption or governance-focused civil society bodies. And F, 1 representative nominated by the Parliamentary Committee on Public Accounts. Are we at the table? Are we at the table? So we need this advocacy instrument to advocate for us to be at the table. This should be sent to Parliament of Ghana for them to know that you can't do value for money audits without the surveyor. We now learned that there's value for money development audits that ought to be done during the life cycle of the product. And I don't think they have that in their contemplation. We have to change the narrative. Not only should we change the narrative, we have to advocate for the prompt passage of the Surveying Council Bill. It will need advocacy. It will need funds. It would need lobbying. It would need all the necessary legwork, handwork, and all the works that you can imagine to ensure that the momentum, the traction is maintained. Is maintained. Now let the donation flow. Let it flow.
So there are a few people here. Surveyor James Jima Yeboah gives us $100. It's a pledge. Then Surveyor Mrs. Pamfo, Antoinette.
Let's give it up for Surveyor Jima. I hear he's now a Mugabe.
She's giving it. Yeah, she's head of contracts at Urban Road. She's buying 1,000 for herself, and to encourage her trainees, she's also buying 5 copies at 200 each, which is another 1,000 Ghana.
Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Surveyor. That's the way to go. You can buy for some of your members or some of your colleagues who are not even surveyors. We need to send the advocacy across the professional sector and across civil society for them to advocate that we are a key professional body that can give good input.
Surveyor PP Rose Margaret Esubontin gives us 2,000 Ghana cedis.
2,000 Ghana cedis. 2,000
Then
Ghana
an anonymous 500. Anonymous FC 500.
We respect the anonymous giver. We respect the anonymous giver. Whether for religious purposes or tax purposes, it is all allowed. So please give an offer. The unction is drawing me to approach some of you.
Okay.
Give an offer. My brother, give an offer. Give an offer. The Spirit has informed me that you are willing and able to give an offer. Give an offer as I'm descending. As I'm descending. Draw not. Draw not. Draw not.
Wait, I'm coming.
Some power left me into you. Give an offer.
My senior
You have given already. That is good.
We have some 3 unanimous FC. 1 10,000, 1 200, 1 200, but they don't want to be mentioned. Now me, I have the privilege of seeing the names. So when I come outside, I will see you and I'll give you a special thanks. But let's clap for them. Thank you very much.
Let's clap for them.
Yes.
Let's clap for them.
But because it's anonymous, whoever brought the list, you should look for them so that we can give them. Yes, we can give them the.
So you are reminded that this is a holy place. And
2 names here. Anthony Ampa gives us 200. Samuel Siama also gives us 200. And Yachesimu Nana Amaki Boashi. Oh, yes. She gives us 1,000 Ghana cash. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And another anonymous 500.
Thank you very much.
Then there are some stars here. I'll mention the names from John Victor. What's the name? Surveyor Engineer Amwa Abram Kweku gives us 200. John Victor Anand gives us 200. Surveyor Mebo Yemedi, former director, 200. Surveyor Richard Ado, 200. Surveyor Samuel Ochre, 200. Surveyor Makna Jesse Mensa, 100. And Surveyor George Bafosu, 100. Thank you very much. Let's clap for all
Thank
these
you very much. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow.
Then Matilda Ayambila gives us 200. Frederick Abuajima gives us 200. Richard Obin gives us 200. Emmanuel Amankwa gives us 300. And Emmanuel Norte gives us 1,000 Ghana cash. Surveyor Frederick Bediakon of the Lands Commission gives us also 1,000 Ghana. Georgina Roxon, my mate, gives us 100. Paulina Giftananan, Lands Commission, thank you, 200. Grace Ziffin gives us 100. Samuel Inketia gives us 500. Benedicta Edusei Tabi gives us 100. And Philip Kofi Eyin gives us 1,000 Ghana cedis. And, Surveyor Zakoria Bafo gives us 200. Surveyor Grace Anan Yeboah gives us 200. Surveyor Susanna Yeboah gives us 200. And Surveyor Jonas Yem, something you know yourself, you give us 500. God bless you. Is the handwriting. 12 and 13, Vicious, what? Bechi gives us 200, and Surveyor Reginald Sion also gives us 100.
Thank you very much,
and now from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, presenting Surveyor Jones of Oribuedu, 2,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you very much. Let's clap for him.
Surveyor Jones. Surveyor Franklin Opon Obri, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Clap offering. Surveyor Joyce, 200 cedis. Surveyor Jimon Apia, 1,000 Ghana cedis cash. Surveyor Wambi Kakari Umar, 200 cedis. Momo is gone in already. Surveyor John Kwame Larry, 100 cedis. Cash is gone in already. No amount is too small. Surveyor Brenda Saki Akote, 500 Ghana cedis is gone in already. Physical cash. Surveyor Samuel Oting, 500 Ghana cedis cash. Cash. Liquid cash. Surveyor King William.
Another anonymous.
Yemite, 100 cedis gone into Momo. Surveyor Dr. Victoria Abua, 1,000 cedis cash. Let's give it up to her. So like I said, if we are not at the table, we'll be on the menu. And I believe that the drafters have listened to us. My attention has been drawn to the very latest amendments. So it is evolving. It is very fluid. And they've added one more position onto the board of directors of the Value for Money office. So like I said, it was up to 5, and they've added Ghana Institution of Surveyors, nominated by the president of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors. So the advocacy is working. It's very fluid. We also have Ghana Institution of Engineering, nominated by the Ghana Institution of Engineering. So advocacy works. This time round, we are not going to sit by as they pass the PP bill without us. Thank you very much. So we are almost done, and Philharmonic Choir with a very fundraising, spirit-filled, sanctimonious melody. Give it to us, and let's do an offering both to the Lord, to the President, to the Ghana Institution of Surveyors, and to Mother Ghana, row by row, row by row.
Wait, hold on a little bit. From number 6, I have to mention a few names. Yes, Dr. D.K. Tre, we acknowledge your 1,000. Robert Hackman Entry, we acknowledge your 2,000. Surveyor Martin Asiedu, your 1,000. Sergeant Charles Ekwa Kobna, your 500. Surveyor Emmanuel Play, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Siegfried Abotri, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Sheila Penye, 1,000. Surveyor Seidu Rashid, your 100. Abdulaziz Basi, 100. Sheila Abdullah, 100. Surveyor Kenneth Balong, 100. Richard Kwame, Daniel David Hammond, 500. Surveyor Richard Asunya, 200. And Eriko Odakon, 100. And Rhoda.
We'll finish very soon. We'll finish very soon.
Anonymous, 400. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, oh no, it's optional.
Which one? John A. Acha, 500. Thank you very much.
My dear ladies, we want to account for the offering. So take out a hand. Beji wa ye yi, o nyame ba, ye yi wa ye da, ni ya o ye mami deni ti. Beji wa ye yi, o nyame ba fwe. Is it empty? Ye yi wa ye da. Please, let's conduct the row by row. No amount is too small. Your widow's mite will go a long way. Please, file past before you leave. This way, John. No amount is too small. Let's thank God for making us surveyors and bringing us here today to listen to the work, the presidential lecture. It is not by accident that we are here. May God bless all of you cheerful givers. Joy like a river, joy, 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 joy in my soul, like a river, joy like a river in my soul. Joy, 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 like a river, joy in my soul, baby fellows, adult fellows, baby members, adult members. It is the doing of the Lord. 27th February 2026, in the year of the Lord, you were at Zoe Temple. I think this guy for crop. I will lift up your name high. That's right. My Lord, you're the best. I will lift up your name. Thank you, Surveyor Marian Abuaji Jamra. Great Jehovah, you are wonderful. I will lift up your name. I will lift up your name. Great Jehovah, you are wonderful. I will lift up your name. Great Jehovah, you are wonderful. I will lift up your name. I will lift up your name. Let us connect spiritually with our substance. Thank you, Alaji. May Allah bless you. What we would have had when we're fasting, let us give it to the Lord. Yes, we know now, my soul. Yes, we now, yes, this is a spiritual exercise. We are making anointing. We are not selling the book. Yes, we now, yes, I say that go. Thank you very much, and we give all thanks and praise to the Lord.
Our work is done. Thank you very much. You know, I was in the same hall with him. He was my senior by some 2 years or so. Even then, when I saw his head, I knew we were connected one way or the other. Now we know. Emmanuel Norte, Stella Bala, and Mark Atiemo, we all are grateful for your contributions of 1,000, 200, and 200. Please, somebody was so magnanimous, and I know the person. He donated his Ghana card and his bank cards. All we need is the pin. So he can just share the pin with me. Sylvia Frederick Bediako, you dropped everything but the pin. So we'll put it in the offering bowl. Just give me the pin. We'll go for the money, and that's all. Thank you very much. Please, it's time. And a key to, please, if I can just show it. Please, we'll be on time for the lunch. I've been told that the snacks will be packed for us. and we'll do the lunch exactly at the same time. Chairman, you give us your closing remarks before you go. Are you ready now? Please, let's take your closing. Please, let's clap for the chairman, please. So we'll do the presentations. We are just taking his closing remarks. We'll still take the time with the sponsors and continue. Please, Chairman.
Thank you very much. Ooh, I feel the spirit. The anointing is really here. The way the MCs were, thank you so much. It's been fantastic. I keep seeing new friends, old friends, seniors from school, classmates, and of course, everybody else. You will agree with me that the lecture was delivered with a lot of passion. The president was very, very passionate about what he was saying. When he started, I also started jotting things down. And then I realized that I couldn't keep up. So then I brought it down to, I said, let me write some keywords. So I started writing keywords, value for money, financial audit, procurement, PPP, land swap. And then, fortunately, he said, but when we get to the point where we have to auction the lecture, you get to, and then I said, oh, then I don't have to worry myself too much. So I'm not going to say a whole lot, but what I picked, if you asked me to summarize everything from him, is that he's trying to tell the professional body that over the years, the Ghana Institution of Surveyors, the body individually, perhaps collectively, we have left a vacuum in the national system, the state apparatus, as far as the built environment sector is concerned. And the impression I got from him is that because of that inertia, other professions and other professional bodies that, to be more charitable, at best, should collaborate with you to deliver on your mandate or on the sector, have crept into the space and perhaps almost taken over your rightful position in the national development sector. I know it's probably not the best to say, but he mentioned like the procurement and the auditors and accountants. I don't think he meant it for bad, but he was just trying to say that as professionals with all the expertise and the technical acumen and everything, which my organization, CSIR, has benefited immensely from, and many others, and the country as a whole, I think the message is that you should take your rightful place. And if I got, please, maybe it's okay if I say prophet. Yeah, if I got prophet right, the advocacy has yielded some results already with the act, the bill, which is currently in Parliament. So it's good. So I believe that there's an opportunity now to continue to move on so that in the coming weeks and months and years, the institution will be able to hold together what this country expects of them and then continue to lead us all so that all the issues that are surrounding us will be brought under some control because the real professionals have taken hold and are leading us. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. And I just couldn't believe that my own friend Timo, who helped me so immensely when he was at the regional office in Accra, himself, his superiors, Mr. Datsun, Ben Atta, and all of them, in those days when I took over as CSI DG, and I was under so much pressure to register our lands and to do so many things, they just came in and really supported me, and I want to, on their behalf and on behalf of CSI everybody, thank you so much, and I thank you very much for this opportunity. I thank you.
So if my bosses were here, I'll be smiling more because the fans has come. Let's clap for DG. Please, where is Sobiaton Intiado? There's a presentation on IT, something IT. He'll do it quickly. Then we'll take the sponsors. They are waiting already for us. So they will do the presentation. So Sobiaton Intiado will give us a quick, I hear it's IT related. Let's clap for him, please. It's IT related.
Thank you very much, Timo. Thank you very much, Timo. And good afternoon to us all. This will be a snappy presentation regarding the alteration in our diploma numbers and digital event pass for tomorrow's investiture and dinner. So for the context of those who had not been made aware of the fact that we needed to make a change in our diploma numbers. So way back last year, when we began the attempt of developing a system to help the survey fraternity, we came to the realization that the diploma numbers for professional members and that of technicians were consistently the same from when it was first adopted. The difference at some point in the scheme was that a letter T was introduced on that of technicians to be able to make that possible. But once we developed the surveyor's information management system, we became aware that you can't have two people on the same number in the application. So what we had to do was then to find a very logical way of making everybody available or put everybody in the system. So we assign a letter 10 if the person is a professional, 20 if the person is a technician, and 30 if the person is an associate member. For now, we don't have associates, but we're thinking ahead just in case we get to the stage where we have associates. And then you have the next batch of 2 characters, 10 being LS, 20 being GhIS, 30 being VS, and then 40 being associates. So we have to take this, except for the associates, by the alphabetical order. So in a nutshell, the nomenclature for the diploma number, the new one, will be professional class dash division, then that's the number. Now, the number started from 1, and now we have about 3,000 and almost 3,500 plus. So what we have done, we have added 2 more digits to that number by making it 6. So what it does is that it gives us 10 if the person is a professional member, and if the person is LS, additional 10, then 2 zeros before the current number that you are known. So it becomes more easier for all of us to be able to refer and relate to our diploma numbers. What we have done is that we have the current one and the new one running parallel. By July, the old one will stop being used on the system. So between now and July, we are just gradually making all of us aware. By immediately from July, you can only log into the application with your new diploma number and not the old one. So in the same way, we have to find a way of the technicians. So just like you have LS, GhIS, and VS 10, 20, 30, for the technician, the first prefix is 20. So 20, 10 means the person is an LS technician, then the rest of the numbers follow in that order. And so that's what we've done. And effectively from this week, it's purely in operation. Last year, when we began to upload the data of all members into the application, we could not allow, so if you notice, quite a number of those who couldn't vote last year were technicians, because anytime we brought in their data, it clashed with the application, and we generated that data from there for the elections. But for this year, we haven't had that because we have used it to be able to settle and separate the two in that order. My next side of the conversation is the planning for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, for all those who have registered and have done the needful by way of payment, so PPs, GC members have a pass, but you are required to register, and then the secretariat then takes you off as having paid. What that does is that from like Monday, twice every day, an email is blasted to your inbox. That gives you an event pass. So it shows like an ID. So the event pass shows like an ID. So what it does is, for tomorrow, everyone should have this ID on their phone or print it for the investiture. So to avoid the incidents where we plan for a certain number, but we get outnumbered. So we want to make sure that everybody coming for the investiture or the dinner, we have appropriately accounted for you. So right now, from this very moment, I could check on the system, and we have over 590 people confirmed to participate. Having said that, we realize that quite a number of members from firms, VRE, TDC, Lands Commission, have not individually registered. So the organization may have paid for them, but they have not registered. It means that tomorrow there will be a problem if you don't register for us to take you off. Now, when this is scanned at the entrance to the event, this is what will appear. So we have engaged some other people to help us scan your event pass, the previous one, and then when it is scanned, this pops up. So, and it confirms that you have actually been taken off to participate in the process needful. So I'm encouraging all of us just to try and ensure that we have registered so that we can ensure you have your pass assigned to you. But just in case anybody wants to play smart, when this is scanned twice, it detects on the phone that you have already been scanned. So it cannot be scanned twice. It will show on the phone. We did that work tonight. So effectively from tomorrow and in the future, this is how we want to approach all our events going forward. And the events are by a named person. So even though it can be corporate, it's to the named person. Then the last part I want to address is our individual contribution to our SIMS, our Surveyors Information Management System. Everybody has a diploma number. Everybody is assigned credentials to log in. And when you log in, it just shows clearly a description of yourself. On the extreme right hand, if you are in good standing, it allows you to be able to download, for the year you are in good standing, a renewal certificate. When you are not in good standing, nothing would be there for you. And then for every event that is available on the main website, it's also available in your portal for you to be able to register for that event. Now, I want to talk about paying of bills. Now, so on the left side, you have bills. So if you have any pending activity, it will show under as pending. And I want to encourage all of us to use that to be able to pay, to make it easier. There is no need to travel from wherever you are. Go to the secretariat with cash. We stopped receiving cash at the secretariat for a number of years. But unfortunately, some members still try to take cash to the secretariat. By this current platform we have, electronic payment is all available on the website. The next level is that if you have attained the period where you can set up a firm, i.e. 10 years, the portal allows you to be able to then go through the process of registering a firm, registering the directors of the firm, registering your staff in that side, and then also selection of the expertise of that staff. So on Monday or Tuesday, when we made a presentation to the firms, we explained what the essence of the expertise is. The services surveyors can render is so vast, but you don't know what service you can get unless we sell that service to the world by assigning to our firms the areas of expertise that the firm operates in. The last part is CPD. This AGM is in itself a CPD. So after participation, you click on Add a CPD, and you can record the entire threshold. Yesterday's presentation, I was very glad when the part of the discussion on the panel talked about having cross-disciplinary CPDs with the professions in the built industry. Now, after you have participated, you are encouraged to come and log it on your portal. The back end, the Secretariat and ESCO will see it, and then to be credited to you. Gradually, we will get there. I want to share a very short story I saw this Monday or Tuesday from the RICS website. Someone's membership of RICS was terminated just because for a whole year they had not logged in their CPD credits. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. Timo, over to you.
Thank you very much, Tony. He says I should not say anything. Let's clap for him. At least that's one I can say. Please, Chairman, President, can you come up so that we have a small ladies' bag for you. Yes. It looks like a ladies' bag, so I have to clarify. But it just has a few gifts to you. So that when you go home and Madame sees it, she doesn't mistake it for a wrong commodity. Please. So this is a small gift from GhIS for you coming to. Thank you very much. Thank you for gracing our question and being patient with us and enjoying our time with us. Okay, so you have to go. So you are excused if you have to go. Thank you very much. Please, we'll take time with the sponsors now. TDC, are you here? Yes, so please can you come, Team TDC? Please, we'll do it very quickly. So I would mention a list of sponsors, and then let's at least acknowledge them. So anybody, if you are here, you're on the sponsorship list, please make your way to the bottom right here so that we can hear from you. Gridco, TDC, Lovely Sounds, TrustLink, yes, Valuation and Investments, Multi-Pointers, Rockstars, BP, Viva, Fiberglass Reinforcements. Yes. So if any of you are here, please just come to the bottom right and we can. So TDC, if we can hear from you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. My name is Justice Grant, and I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager for TDC Ghana. I would like to share with you some of our product offerings, and so that those of us who are interested in acquiring properties within the Tema acquisition area, you know you can trust TDC when it comes to property acquisition. If it is a land, you know you can trust us. If it's HOS, which is housing, apartments, you can trust us. So, yes. Next slide. Okay, so we know that TDC has been in existence for some 75 years. So when Tema was being created, we understand that the port was being built, there's Valco, all of that, Tor came up and all of that, and we needed to accommodate people, right? So Osajifo thought it wise to have residential spaces within the acquisition, which, of course, birthed TDC Ghana. We've gone through several stages of change. Currently, we are TDC Ghana, not the Tema Development Corporation that you used to know. Our mandate has been changed, our mandate has been enhanced. And so we are not just sitting in Tema and then taking ground rent and then building within spaces within Tema. Now you can see TDC travel outside of the acquisition. So you can see TDC in the Volta region, Ashanti, Central, Western, and then Eastern region as well. Currently, just last 2 months, we had the honors of the president coming to catch salt for our new acquisition in the Volta region. Over 1,000 acres of land was acquired, and we are building a whole new city within the Oxygen City. And so it comes with various phases of infrastructure. We are doing service plots, we are doing housing units, there's a golf course, there's land earmarked for, about 200 acres of land has been earmarked for what we called health tourism. We have commercial areas, industrial park, and all of that. And so very soon, we'll then treat or encourage a lot of you to acquire properties within the Oxygen City, which you will love. Okay. So I spoke briefly about our core mandate. We are supposed to acquire lands both within Tema, outside of Tema, anywhere we can do that. And our duty is to plan and develop and construct towns or communities. Our vision basically is to maintain leadership in the real estate business in Ghana. And our mission is to create and manage unique, sustainable urban settlements that meet stakeholders' expectations. And then below are our core values. Just so we don't bore you, I would go to the next slide, which is our product offerings. So we have various products that are on the market currently. What we have here is our 2-bedroom apartment at Committee 26, just after Belakwa, behind Palace Mall, just about 3 minutes away from Palace Mall. You will meet this beautiful estate. It's a gated community. So our 2-bedroom house, we are currently building 100 blocks of 4 floors each. So that means we are doing about 1,000 units of 2-bedroom apartments. And they are just about ready for occupation. And we have people depositing monies for them. And so if you are ready, you just reach out to us. We will make allocation for you. And then once we give you the period, you pay and then come and occupy them. People are buying them. Others are trying to acquire them and then resell, acquire them and do businesses with. People are doing Airbnb and also renting them out as well. So just a bit about the 2-bedroom apartment. It's definitely in the gated community, a paved car park, 2-bedroom, all of them are en suite, and then it comes with an extra washroom. So that makes our washrooms 2.5 washrooms. We also have a living area, a dining area. The kitchen has a storeroom. We have a balcony. We have a box room where you can keep a bit of your items like that. And so this is how the impression looks like. This is what will become of the apartment that we are putting up. We also have 1-bedroom special apartment that looks almost like a 2-bedroom apartment, but in size a bit smaller. But the rooms are quite big. So there's a living room, there's a bedroom, there's a small balcony, and a spacious kitchen, and then the washroom. That one, very soon, we are going to be out of stock, and because those are existing products that we had. We also have luxury apartment at Community 1, not far from our head office. That's within the middle of town. And so that is an 8-story luxury apartment. It comes in a gated community, paved car park, audiovisual asset control. We also have a lift in there. There's an emergency exit, aside from the normal stair area. Our kitchen for that apartment is fully fitted. And so in that kitchen, you don't have to bring anything. There's a double-door fridge. There's a gas cooker. It comes with a washing machine and a microwave. Now, I just want to share with you how you can acquire this and then pay them within a very short period. So what we do is we accept 50% down payment, allocate the property to you, and then take a bit of a time, like 6 months or 12 months, depending on the type of property, to complete. And then the other documentations will follow until the property or the keys are handed over to you. Okay, and then currently we have other services like 24-hour call center. So now you may not have to walk into TDC offices. All you need to do is to call our call center. All the services you need, our staff there will take you through. So if you want to do a transfer, if you want to sell a property, anything you want to do, just call our call center and TDC will answer. Let me just share the sales number for you so that if you want to reach out to us, you can get us. 053 1019 666. 053 1019 666. Thank you very much for your attention.
We thought you were coming to share the buildings for us. So we're all ready to just occupy and have a house here. Is anybody from GridCo here? Sponsors, no. BOST, TDC has spoken. Petra Trusts, I don't think so. Bed Freight and Logistics, Antarctica Limited, Multipointers Limited. Is Viva, somebody from Viva here? Yes, so Viva, please. Usually surveyors, after 1 o'clock, they think about eating. So you look at the time up there, it will be timing you, and so that you can. Otherwise, what you are saying is going into something else. So 2 minutes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. So my name is Nana Kojo Boachi from Viva Fiberglass Reinforcement. Our company is a company that has been in Ghana since 2017, and we've been doing a lot of infrastructure and a lot of construction works, as domestic and government works as well. The material we produce is fiberglass reinforcement polymers. They are alternative to the normal steel rods and then the high tensile rods. These are non-corrosive, they are non-metal. This material has 3 times the strength of the normal steel reinforcement. The durability is higher than the steel reinforcement. This material has been tested and approved by the Ghana Standard Authority as well. 30% cheaper than the normal steel reinforcement and 75% less in weight than the normal steel reinforcement. We have all the various sizes. Our stand is outside. We have the sizes in the normal master and we have the sizes in the high tensile. So in case you have a project and you need to use high tensile, there are size equivalents that you use and replace. And there are size equivalent that you use in the master as well. So if there are any clarifications that you would like to know, any answers to any questions that you have that you'd like to ask us, our stand is outside. We'll be there to answer any questions that you need. Thank you very much.
Casa. Yes. Please just clap for them. They gave us money for our occasion. You gave anointing offering. They gave in advance. So, please, we'll hear from you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Mr. President. My name is Jerdek Jerusalem. I represent Mikaso Tiles Plaza. It's a subsidiary company of KEDA Ghana Ceramics Limited, located at Takoradi, Shama. So our company produces tiles and sanitaries, exported to US, France, Italy, Spain, Peru, Venezuela. So some of you might know us. I saw some people I knew, but for those who are, who doesn't, probably I can help you. Even last 3 days ago, His Excellency President Mahama was at our factory to cut $250 million investment of our new float glass factory. So our factory produced 200,000 square meters per day of tiles and 40,000 pieces of sanitaries per day. So that's how, we are we work 24 hours. And our showroom is located at Spintex, And I was actually having a discussion with Mr. Kofi last week regarding a benefit from the Ghana Institute of Surveyors. And definitely we're going to work on it. And if you need further clarifications or any information with regards to our product, our stand is outside as well. Feel free to approach us, and definitely we can assist you. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you very much. At least we heard Spintex. We heard the stand is outside. And we heard Kofi. Those are the three things we all heard. At least we are sure that we have that. Please, Lovely Sounds. Do you have a representative here? Yes. Thank you. He even carried his machine to Tamale with us. Yes.
Good afternoon. So I don't think I have to say much. We are into events. PA system and events. My name is Surveyor John Paul Fab, but for today, I'm Lovely. You can call me Lovely Sounds. So almost everybody in one way or the other have events. It could be a party, it could be a deba, whatever. Don't stress yourself. Leave the arrangement to Lovely Sounds. That's what we do. That's all that we do. Is it a stage you want? Is it lighting you want? Is it good music, good sounds? Just call on Lovely Sounds. I have been with GhIS for over so many years. When VS were going to Tamale, I think then GhIS had been there already. We heard the sound wasn't too good. Lovely Sounds followed them today. Clap for us. We have done well. We did well. Almost all VS and GhIS programs, we've been there. FIG Ghana, 2 years ago. FIG hosted the whole FIG. Lovely Sounds presented at the dinner at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, and it was classic. So, just for you to be aware that you have one of you who is into events, call on us anytime after today. Our numbers are displayed on the board, 0244884410. We have a stand outside. There's a card. We'll give you the card. And we have lots of activities this year. I'm sure you have. A wedding, funeral, whatever. Just give us a call, and Lovely Sounds will be there. Thank you.
Thank you. Rockstars. Yes. There's somebody again there. Yes. Rockstars Roofing, is it? Yes.
Thank you, MC. Thank you, leadership. And thank you, all attendees, for inviting Rockstars BP Limited to this lovely program. I think this is one of the most organized groups that we have ever witnessed. Thank you very much. So Rockstars BP Limited is Rockstars building product. And we are into roofing sheet. We were known to be Rockstars roofing system. But now we've grown from the roofing system alone to trusses. We do cable trays for high-rise buildings. We are into POP cement, plasterboard, and acoustic ceilings. We do all this. And now, if you build, you need stable electricity. So we move into solar system, where if you come to us, we can give you a reasonable time to pay within a period and negotiable. It can be 2 years, 3 years that you pay for your solar system. The roofing sheet, if you come to, we can give you some reasonable payment terms. We are located at Achimota, Taifa Junction. Achimota is a one road. Yeah. We are located there. We've been over 20 years in the system, and you know, if we are surveyors by this time, we can be a sole surveyor or a retired fellow. Yeah. So we have the expertise to provide whatever you need. My name is Israel, and I'm the corporations manager. Once we are here, if you contact me, I'll give you a good deal. Our stand is there. You can pass by, then we continue the talk. Our time is shortened, so we'll end it here. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Horizon measures, then we'll take SNET. That will be the last. SNET, the SNET. So we'll take you last. Yes.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Chairman, with all due respect, permit me to anoint everybody with surveying instruments. I'm Kwesi Agri from Joe Survey Market, Accra. We deal in all kinds of survey instruments. With me here is the Horizon Atom Alpha, which helps you in all your measurements when it comes to RTK and your static measurements. So Horizon Atom Alpha uses the AR and laser technology, which allows you to take measurements in areas that is very difficult for you to access. And apart from that, we deal in all survey instruments too as well. We have optical and then laser leveling instruments. We also have all accessories that you can think of, the tribrax, your any instrument at all that you can think of, your measuring wheels, and then your leveling instruments and everything you can think of. We have total stations, and then we have all GPS instruments too that you can also think of. So all the anointing is down there in the exhibitors booth. You can pass through, and then we do the sales there. We also have drones, and then we also have machines that can also do measurements when it comes to hydrography. So you can pick up one of our flyers, and then you contact us. Thank you very much.
His voice is so deep, all I'll say is, thank you very much. So this is SNIT. And let's clap for them. Our money, all of us, our money is there, I'm sure. And madam.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ernestina from Social Security and National Insurance Trust. I'm from the Trust Towers branch. All said and done, we build houses, we do our work. At the end of the day, we have events. At the end of the day, we have to go home and retire. How do we retire? SNIT has come up with self-employment, self-enrolled employment drive, especially for those who have private consultancy. Those of us with the ministries and other one, we are covered. But for those who have the private consultancy and have workers under them, SNIT is inviting you to join the self-employed. The benefits are the same as those at the formal sector. So once you enrolled once, you use your mobile app because we are in a digital world and continue the payment. Benefits are for lump sum, immigration, old age pension, just as the formal people. We'll leave our contacts behind so that anyone who have other information can ask. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we are getting ready for lunch. Multi-pointers is a representative here. Please, LS Chair, please can you come up, please? Dr. Tina Wemega, please come up to multi-pointers is a representative here. No? Lovely sounds. He just spoke right now. Yes. Please, they are our sponsors in a special way. Yes, so let's clap for them, please. Lovely sounds. Thank you very much. Valuation and investment, Senior Vice, you can represent your firm to take. Thank you very much. Let's clap for him. Thank you very much. And R&J Systems. Is there a representative here? Reginald. Ah, okay. He's not here. Thank you very much. Please, IT, can you project the name? Oh, please. Now, LS Chair, you are relieved of your duty. let's clap for her, please, as she goes back. Gustav, can you project the names of... So we have a lot of members, individuals who reached out to us in various ways to contribute to us. We are mindful of time. So we have some young ladies standing. So if I mention the name and you are here, just raise your hand. We'll give you a small gift that we prepared for your contribution. So Mrs. Grace Winfo, you can give that to Kofi Kobold, Senior Vice, sorry, please, I have to be sure. Incoming President, yes. Then Nana Efriye Boabeng, please, if you are here, just raise your hand. Ladies, be looking around if the person is here. Joseph Owusu Ewa, I saw him here. Of course, TDC, Joseph is here. Emmanuel Kofi Kobold, so again, to the front. Sarah Donko is at the back. Please, so just raise your hands wherever you are. Surveyor Isaac Labi, who is here. Dr. Odami Labi, you can give it to Dr. Kwe. He will get it to him. Surveyor Kwabna Mensa Mano. Surveyor Kingsley Ansa. Madam, he's just right in front of you. Surveyor Kales Apia Brako. Somebody can take it for him. I'll come for it. Surveyor Ebenezer Atta, the incoming finance man, honorary treasurer. George A. Dr. Gada Kwesivi, the administrator of Stool Lands. Abdul Rahman Nashiru. Dr. Benjamin Kwe, he's here. Alfred Kwesi Ofosujan, Cornelius Edumpienim, and Sevilla Doric, Eric Atta. That ends the platinum group. We can clap for all the platinum group members. Then Joseph O. McCarthy, we are now in the gold group. Joseph O. McCarthy, Sylvia P.P. Soa, Sylvia Professor Osu Ansa, Michael Apia, if you are anywhere here, you can take it for Sylvia P.P. Ebenezer Datsun. I'll take it for him if no one is here. Sylvia Mabel Smith Graham. Sylvia Tina Wemega, LS Chair, she's here. Sylvia Franklin Opon Obiri, OSL is somewhere here. And Sylvia Cornelius Achu Dafia Mekbo. That ends the gold. Let's clap for the gold group. Then the diamond group, Sylvia Prisla Donko, you are with the bag, so you can take yours. Sylvia Dominic Berima, please just raise your hand so that I'll be going quickly. Sylvia Kwesi Dakon Asari, Sylvia Kingsley, a friend Drew, Sylvia Marie Antoinette Pamfor, Sylvia Susanna Christian Kanda, Sylvia Na El Adolfo, Sylvia Perpetual Asumeni, and Sylvia Felicia Doku for Diamond. Let's clap for them. Yes. So let's clap for all those who have made an effort to sponsor us. I think on this note, we have ended this. Let's clap for ourselves for our own patience. And we'll now be ready to go for lunch. The dignitaries, PPs, I hear it's mandatory that we pass through the stands. We didn't do that yesterday. So a team will lead you just through the stands briefly before you go up to go and have your... I think all of us have been going through the stands one way or the other. So, and then we'll do the lunch for exactly 1 hour. We have from now till 2:30. And 2:30, we are here for the AGM. I believe it will be done quite quickly. So at 2, when we come, the Honorary Secretary will be in charge of the session. So please, can you give us music? Boss, can you sing yourself? or you need your people to sing. Music as we go out. So please, this